Hello and welcome to Beat 'em Up Wrestling. We are going to be talking about Impact. Currently, right now, Thunder Rosa and Priscilla Kelly are wrestling for the NWA Women's Championship on UWN Primetime. So we will give you a live update as soon as that match ends.
These two ladies are kicking major ass right now. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
Priscilla Kelly. I was saying the same thing. Priscilla Kelly is just amazing.
Yeah.
Her last match with what's his name?
Christopher Dickinson's.
Yeah. Well, he has the different names, but she does some hell of a good matches. But right now, it's hard hitting. It's definitely a match you don't want to miss right now. So we'll be going back and forth, checking it out. Yeah. But yes, but I mean, like, it was the perfect timing. I'm like, I don't know if you guys saw me at Twitter, because I was like, shit, Priscilla Kelly and Thunder Rosa just started.
Yeah, Priscilla Kelly seems to have gotten new life to her. She definitely has some fire in her, and she is looking amazing. She was a wrestler that was only given one dark match, I believe, in AEW Dark.
Yeah.
She is Darby Allin's ex-wife. They've divorced.
Mm-hmm.
She's proving that she is not just somebody's ex-wife. She is full talent on her own, and she is doing some amazing stuff on the independent scene. So this is a great match. It's going to be hard to keep my eyes off of it. They are really kicking ass right now.
Yeah, to be honest, it super sucks right now because they're like totally.
Hello, Derek.
It's strong style, yeah.
Yeah,
right?
she's building up her resume. She won't be in the independents too much longer. I could see WWE actually showing interest in her. She has the look. She has the abilities to be somebody in NXT.
Yeah, I mean, or you know what? Like, don't throw away Impact. We're talking about Impact today, but
or NWA.
Yeah, they definitely could use more of like a raw, grungy girl, that it's to their roster, because Impact really has either they're like prissy or like demonic, evil, but she got that grittiness to her that I love her style. And like right now, they're just totally hard style. Their strong style is like off the charts right now. Yeah. They are hitting the hell out of each other.
She is Hell's favorite harlot. I believe that's her nickname.
Yeah. She looks good. She looks gorgeous right now. She looks, I mean, she was looking... She was very emotional last time when we saw her wrestling in GCW. She was really emotional. But today with Thunder Rosa, they look damn good right now, both of them.
Again, Thunder Rosa is a person that could go with anybody. We saw last week, we talked about, speaking of Thunder Rosa, before we jump into Impact, we talked about the shoot match between her and Ivelisse. More details have come out. Apparently, they had an argument backstage before the match. Many of you that follow wrestling know that Ivelisse has reputation, to say the least, for being somebody that's hard to work with. But it looks like they've squashed it, and they are going to have a match tomorrow. So,
yeah, which is good. I'm glad about that, because those women need AEW needs those women. Sorry, not to say it like that, but Ivelisse, she's a really good wrestler. We don't know exactly. She's gone through a lot of things too.
She wears her emotions on her sleeves. She doesn't hide anything. So
definitely. So let's get into this card.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hard. I do have Thunder Rosa, and
I do too. I'm just like
Kelly. But so this match starts off with Chris Bay, TJP, and Trey Miguel. This is something that Rohit set up, being very, very smart.
Sneaky bastard.
Yeah. So the way that they set up this match was the winner of this match would immediately have a match against Rohit for the X Division title. This match, I think, was a little too short for the amount of talent that was in the ring.
Yeah, usually they let them. I mean, even when you have 4 of the individuals, like if you have another Rascal in there, for example, and you have Chris Bay, they usually let them breathe a little more. We didn't get a lot of the spots that they're all known for. But not to say that was a bad match. It was a good match.
Yeah, it's just when you have Chris Bay and Trey Miguel and TJP, you want to see more of what they're able to do.
Yeah. And sometimes that's kind of like what gets us in trouble. Like a lot of people don't like Jennifer Lopez and things like that, but it's like, okay, she's Hispanic and maybe she just wants to have the opportunities given to her the same as anybody else would. And sometimes it might come off abrasive, especially for a minority. And if you're a woman, you always get categorized like, oh, she has attitude problems. Like, okay, maybe it did come off that way, but sometimes you just need to speak. You need to talk. And a lot of times athletes have a habit of shutting down conversations and they just want to have a beef, and then people read into it too.
And let's be fair. There are a lot of men that are hard to work with, but they still don't get as much flack as she does for, like you said, speaking her mind. I wasn't there, so I don't know all the details. I'm just glad that they squashed it and they're moving forward, and they are going to probably put on a hell of a match. Because that match, even though it was a shoot, was really good. Like, it had people talking. So, yeah, we'll see. I can't wait for it tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, this match with Chris Bay, TJP, and Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel also won the Warrior Wrestling Triple Threat, so he will be going up against Brian Pillman this Saturday for the Warrior Wrestling Championship. So Trey Miguel is making waves for himself.
So, okay, like real quick though, let's get to the end of this match. And the match ends, Trey gets it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, in my mind, what you just said, I'm like, ooh, he's going to get the Warrior Wrestling opportunity. He's going to get an opportunity. Is he going to get it? And it's like, okay, there's going to be a catch. And here comes that sneaky ass surprise roll up.
Yep.
Like, God damn it.
Yep. Rohit Raju wastes no time, doesn't let Trey Miguel take a breather. He just goes in and he successfully defends his belt. He has one successful title defense.
It's got to be a build-up between him and Trey. I hope it is.
I think it's going to be a build-up between him and Chris Bay, but they're going to be using TJP, Trey Miguel, some more people in the X division. But yeah, I think they want Chris Bay to win the belt again in front of a crowd.
No, Trey, he's my favorite rascal.
Oh man,
I know, right?
It's all about Des.
Whatever.
So yeah, so Rohit, being that sneaky, I like these kind of heels though that are kind of like being sneaky and all that stuff. But then we get an Eric Young vignette. He's talking about how he's here and he's gonna take his opportunities. He's not afraid of Rich Swann, and like he's just talking his smack.
Yeah, definitely. Right?
Yeah.
He had so much tights in his hand. That boy could have literally ripped them off. Like it was I was so bad. I was like, did they really do that to my boy Trey? I was so pissed.
Yeah, so then after the Eric Young thing, we come to possibly one of the best storytelling going on right now. Susie versus Kimber Lee. But Susie is getting some changes happening. We are getting close to her becoming the Undead Bride, Su Yung.
It was so good. It was so good to see her come out with Kylie on the side, and they're like both going to the ring, and they both look like lost puppies, like like in their own right. And then like who is it? Madison, Rain on commentary. Yeah. She was all like, Susie doesn't look like she knows where she's at. Kylie looks like she never knows where she's at like half the time. It's like the blind leading a blind. Yeah, and it's so good. They had such a good match. Like they really did. Like Kimberly's such a good performer. Yeah, and I feel like she doesn't get a lot of credit for that. Yeah,
she's gonna be a huge star.
But I feel like nobody has the hype around her. But she's so good. Like we saw her at Warrior, and she's just an amazing performer. And this match was good too because she sold not only her moves, she sold Susie's character development. Especially when Susie starts to lose it toward the end of the match.
Yeah. She also had a really good intergender match against Joey Janela. Kimber Lee did.
Yep.
Yeah. Derek Malik said that Trey's going to be a huge star. I think he will be the next Ricochet.
I hate you. Don't do that to him.
Yeah, no, but what I liked about this is that Deonna Purrazzo and Kimber Lee are probably going to end up having a fight within each other because Deonna Purrazzo misses at one point and hits Kimber Lee instead of Susie. I think Susie is not someone that Kylie should be trusting, especially towards the end when Deonna and Kimber Lee were like bullying them, and Kylie's like, "Oh, you want to bully us? You want to bully us?" But Susie looked more like Su Yung at that point. The hair was all on her face. Yep. She was doing the mannerisms of Su Yung.
Yeah, she was like telling off like Deanna and like setting up the next match, but right behind her, Susie's like legitimately going like into the ring mode where she's about to crawl out of something, and like Kylie's just like, I'm gonna challenge you, bound for glory, and she's just like going completely horror movie behind her. I love the camera angle because you saw a little bit of Kylie, and like, you saw a little bit of Kylie's wild side too, because when she gets angry, you know, and but then like right to the corner, you could just see her. And I'm just like, I just love everything about her. I love the dead stare. She's such a good performer. She's such a good actress. Like, this character is so damn good. And I'm here for every second of it.
So I think there's two things that might happen. I think Su Yung might cost Kylie Rae the belt. Or Kylie wins and the next challenger is Su Yung.
It could be, and she could possibly not know she's challenging her, play off some weird shit like that, which I would still be there for. She's just really good, and I love the development of all the women in this roster. We get a little bit of almost everybody, so it's entertaining. Yeah.
I mean, from all the matches that they've been building up, I think this one's going to have the attention of a lot of people. And then it's right by Halloween, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some Su Yung appearance.
I swear to God, if we don't, I feel so ripped off.
Yeah, but yeah, that match, like Derek said, it's gonna be one that you can't miss. So then we get to one of the funniest moments on Impact, the Heat for Impact. He cuts this whole commercial.
It's so good.
It was brilliant. It actually had me laughing. He had Chuck Norris, he had Flavor Flav, he had
Nancy Kerrigan, David
Hasselhoff. Like,
when I saw Flavor Flav, I was like, no, they did not just get Flavor Flav, and then you get Olympic gold medalist, Nancy Kerrigan.
It was brilliant comedy here. Rhino is in his element again with Heath. Like, Heath needs to get hired for Impact. Like, he's great. He's great. And I love this whole story that they're using.
Save the rhinos. He's endangered.
If you guys were watching this on Twitch, Tommy Dreamer came in to talk to the chat, and he was talking about like how he's proud of the fans. Heath for Impact was actually trending above AEW Dark at this moment. So he was super excited that the fans were really buying into this. So yeah.
Yeah, it was just one of those. The best part was just like, Dad, can we get a pool? And he's all like, can we?
Yeah.
Like, staring at the camera, and I'm just like, no, you didn't do that. I'm just like, you break the third wall, you know. He's got like 32 million kids. He's adopted like all the Impact fans at this point. We're all family.
I liked his daughter's attitude at the end too, where they're just telling off Scott D'Amore.
When they're on the porch and they're just so cute and they're so in character, they're so Heath's kids. Like, I want a shirt that says I'm Heath Slater's kid. Like, that should be a shirt. Like, everybody should be his kid. He needs a job because he has to take care of us.
Yep.
Make that shirt, Impact.
There you go, Heath. You need to raise some money, make that shirt. So then we go to a backstage segment between the Good Brothers, going over to the Motor City Machine Guns, telling them that they need to thank them because they filled in the spot for those kids. The Rascals overhear this, and they're like, we're not kids, we're rascals, and we're challenging you to prove that we're good, that we deserve a title shot, and we're not just somebody to be looked over.
Yeah, she was deadpan, like he got nothing.
Yeah,
he got
my
nothing
daddy
else.
doesn't know how to do anything else. I love that line.
Like, please, everybody, for the love of everything, we need money. Daddy can't do nothing. He can't flip burgers, okay?
So if you guys are watching UWN, Priscilla Kelly got a very close pin on Thunder Rosa right now.
Very close.
They're kicking each other's butts really hard on this one. They're pulling out a match.
Yeah, they're not holding back their hits at all. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That forearm that she just gave Thunder Rosa.
They are going strong style.
Yeah, totally strong style.
Yeah.
Right?
He is like talking so much crap about WWE through his segments. He is spoofing, like you said, the presidential campaign. Like they had this creativity in WWE, and they did nothing with him. Like
no, and they have gimmicks, you know, so it's not like it's a thing that they can't do.
Yeah, Heath is gold. Him and Rhino together, that's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait for the payoff of this whole story. So then we get EC3 giving out Moose's phone number, and he wants people to send Moose information if they know anything about where the title is.
Yeah.
I have not dialed this number. I'm curious on dialing it just to see what
it's probably one of those community numbers, you know what I mean? It's probably one of those. But I just think it's funny that like Moose can't find EC3. EC3 is like, I got your phone number.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job with the buildup of this one too.
Yeah.
Then we go with Taya Valkyrie and Rosemary.
These two, they're gonna fight. I mean, like, you know, like Rosemary's like, you're really gonna make time for me, and Taya's like, yeah, and then so you can make time for me. It's still like a rush job, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's gonna blow up, and I hope it becomes like, I don't know, some very long drawn out match between them, an Iron Woman match or some shit like that. But it needs to be a good match.
Taya Valkyrie was actually trying to be a friend here. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna forget about my problem, which is Tasha Steelz and Akira Hogan, and we're gonna help you. I'm gonna help you with your problems, which was Havoc and Navia. And then Rosemary's like, well, aren't you gonna help Johnny Bravo with the wedding? He's like, no, he's got it. Like, so Taya's trying to be a friend here. But how sincere is she?
That's what I said, because when she's like, oh, when we're done with your problems, we can get to mine. So how half-assed is she gonna do Rosemary's problems? So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
So speaking of Johnny Bravo, he's backstage with his groomsmen, and they want to plan a bachelor party, but he says weddings are not about having fun.
No.
Falaba is his best man, and Swinger kind of gets upset about it. So we're gonna have Falaba versus Swinger next week.
Because we can't do Wrestle House because Dreamer wanted to be like, it's a match, and they're like, we don't do that here. This is not Wrestle House. So I like how they incorporate the fact that what was going on in Wrestle House doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like a whole different plane of existence.
He no longer has his powers here, but in honor of Wrestle House.
I hate you.
It's probably going to be the last time we get to play it.
It's not going to be the last time. All right. She's so not being sincere. Like, damn, that girl can't even look sincere. I mean, but I love her. I love Tyra. She's stupid.
Give her the benefit of the doubt. She's a good friend.
Oh no, I am. I'm here for the train wreck of what is her friendship. So
then the Deaners are back there, and they announced that they have to go because Cody's gonna have a match. And Johnny says, well, like, you guys better be back. So how much of a threat is Johnny Bravo when he says that to you? But yeah. So then we cut to Brian Myers being very angry that he lost against Willie Mack last week, and he gets called,
angry.
Yeah, he gets called out for cheating. He flips the table. He literally flips the table, which is hilarious. And then Tommy Dreamer confronts him about it. Like, he says that you cannot have this kind of attitude here. We are giving you an opportunity. So the match between Thunder Rosa and Priscilla Kelly just ended. Thunder Rosa has successfully defended her title. She is the hardest working wrestler in the business right now.
Yeah, she really is.
So congratulations to her. You're still NWA champion. And then next week, Serena Deb and Allison Kay are going to be wrestling on the United Wrestling Network.
Now, is Allison Kay?
Yeah.
Nice.
But anyways, back to this. So Tommy Dreamer tells Brian Myers he needs to be professional, and he also says that if you don't act a certain way, then you'll be fired.
Yeah.
Pretty much tells him, like, we're not going to put up with this here. Brian Myers says, he'll clean it up. He's going to clean it up. But next time he sees Tommy Dreamer better walk the other way or he will slap him.
Yep. Pretty much. Smack the hell. Yep. Throwing fit. He should just had a glass of water and just just totally threw in somebody's face.
He is the most professional wrestler. Professional wrestling.
Super professional. You know what's really funny is that like when we have these heels that are in Impact, they're like stupid heels. Like they do stuff that's still questionably dumb and hilarious for their character. But the only ones we have for real is like Eric Young, like EC3. You know what I mean? Like real clear baby face. And well, that's what I'm saying. In Moose, like we have like 4 individuals that are really trying to stick to something. Everybody else is just ridiculous. But that's why Impact's pretty funny.
Well, Sami Callihan is kind of an in-betweener, I wouldn't say.
He's an in-betweener. Yeah. Because, I mean, when you Photoshop yourself onto Katie Forbes, that's a little bit.
So then we get the Cody Deaner match. He comes out with Cousin Jake. But before the match, Eric Young attacks and beats both of them up with his belt. And then he starts punishing Cody Deaner. Then Cousin Jake gets beat up and he gets put into an ankle lock. And Scott D'Amore comes out and tells Eric Young, this is not who you are. You can't be doing this. You can't just go around beating up people. Yep. Eric Young says he's going to do whatever he wants because he's the champion and this is his show. As he's about to beat up Scott D'Amore, Eddie Edwards returns. He's still selling the injury, so he kind of like limps into the ring. He finally stops the rampage that Eric Young was going through. So then we cut to commercials. When we come back, Eddie Edwards and Scott D'Amore are talking in the back. And Eddie says he wants his rematch. Scott D'Amore is like, you're not medically cleared. This is not smart. Yeah. So it's been announced that there will be a show on October 3rd. It's going to be an Impact Plus exclusive, and it's called Victory Road. And, Eric Young versus Eddie Edwards for the championship.
Which is just basically, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you put anybody against Moose, and they're going to be the face.
Yeah, right? Yeah, this is probably just a placeholder, though, to the Swan match and everything else. So it'll be a good match, though.
So I'm hoping that there is a no decision in this match, so that it could be a triple threat for Bound for Glory. Because again,
I don't know if I can
Swan and Eric Young does not seem to be a draw for me. But if you put Eddie Edwards, people would want to see if Eddie Edwards could actually get the belt back.
Yeah, totally agree with that.
And then we go with RVD with Katie Forbes versus Sami Callihan. The stipulation here is if RVD beats Sami Callihan, then Katie Forbes gets 5 minutes in the ring with Sami. I don't know why you would want 5 minutes in the ring with Sami. I don't care. But I don't care if Sami's beat up. He is so demented. He will find a way to punish you for that.
Yeah. This was actually a decent match. Yeah, I mean, that's like hopeful thinking, but I mean, at least a triple threat would be better than nothing. Yeah. But this RVD match with Sami was in control for most of the match. Mm-hmm. It was actually a decent match. I think it's probably one of the better ones I've seen with RVD.
Yeah.
They were going to set up for Katie Forbes to get in the ring, but holy hell, what she said, was it a pile driver from Sami Callihan?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
So RVD does beat Sami Callihan thanks to some Katie Forbes interference.
Of course.
And Katie Forbes goes in the ring like Maria said. And at first, Katie Forbes is in control. She is twerking on his face. RVD comes in for a save when Sami Callihan is about to attack. Then they bring in a chair, and RVD is going to climb up to do his frog splash, but gave Sami a little bit too much time because he made out with Katie Forbes in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, and he just throws a chair at his face.
And then the pile driver to Katie Forbes knocks her out.
Dude, she twerked on the way down. Did you see her the natural response to her body was her butt twerked on the way back down. I laughed so hard. I was like, was that just because of the impact, or did that really happen by what is it called? Human conditioning? You do it so many times, your body just.
I mean, that thing just works on its own now.
And I'm not dissing her or anything like that. I just had to say, I had to point that out.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
So then we get to Ace Austin and Madman Fulton talking about how they always have a plan and how they pinned the champions so that they're the #1 contenders and they're going to get their match. And then the North comes in and says, no, the only reason why you won is because you teamed up with the North. This sets up for next week, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton versus the North.
Yay, Ethan Page was so mad. He's like, we were champion for a year, over a year.
Yeah.
We
saw this one coming from last week when Ace Austin tagged himself in.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a good match too. And then we set up for the main event. Caleb with the K introducing Tenille Dashwood. So it's Tenille Dashwood versus Jordynne Grace. This match was good.
So good. It was so good to see Tenille Dashwood back in the ring. Yep. She did a really good job. There was a lot of hard hits. I thought I didn't think Jordynne was going to lose. No. To be honest, like I knew they were going to try to build Tenille. I just didn't know where Jordynne's going after this because she has been like kind of like on the out of the things, out of sorts. So I don't know. It was a clean win, right? Yeah.
Caleb kind of distracted her, but there was no real interference there.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of interference because I don't remember like a Katie Forbes interference. It wasn't like hands on.
Nobody. It was more Jordynne Grace just annoyed that Caleb with the K was there taking pictures.
Caleb with the K, can you stop?
That's his name.
Caleb with the K, we get it. But yeah, it was really good. I kind of want to see one more match between them. If that's, I'm not really big for repeaters, but I feel like they can probably give out one more good match.
Yeah. Especially since you have Deonna Purrazzo right now in a whole segment with Kylie.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that Kylie will win the belt because if you're building Tenille is a natural heel.
Yeah.
Which could be the next possible storyline. But then again, with Impact, there are so many women in there that at any given time, there could be some another storyline being told. But yeah, this match was good. I like that this was the main event. It was a great match for Tenille Dashwood to return. I kind of like the Susie match a little bit more than this one, though. If I'm going to compare the two.
Yeah, it was more because I feel like we have more invested storyline with Susie, and that's probably what it is. That's why I said I think a second match between Tenille and Jordynne would feel more organic because it's kind of like she came back, she inserted herself. Yeah, same thing. She was totally amazing. But yeah, I really feel like one more good match between them. And it would feel more smooth. I think that's the word I'm trying to use. It just felt a little off.
Yeah, I think the only problem that I would have with that is if Jordynne Grace takes another loss because she's lost twice against Deonna Purrazzo and now she's lost against Tenille Dashwood. If she loses again, that's 4 in a row.
Unless they do a rubber match and somehow she gets disqualified. It builds up to Bound for Glory. But that could definitely be an angle for the three of them.
Yeah,
having Caleb with a K come in and do something stupid, giving Jordynne the win, and then they'll have their third match saying that if he interfered, I'll have him stay behind, and then they actually have a match.
Yeah, I mean, with interferences, usually that works up its way to a cage match.
I mean, does Impact do that?
Yeah, they got.
No, I haven't seen it for a while. That's all I'm just saying.
Man, Yeah, Jordynne Grace is an amazing wrestler. I'm wondering what her future holds for her. I wonder what they're going to be planning on doing with her. I think her contract is coming up. So I don't know if her future is going to be an Impact or if she's going to go to another promotion. But wherever she ends up in, she is a bona fide star. She is talented, and she could be the face for any women's division.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. And do we have anything else to happen?
Yeah. So then we go to a backstage. Eddie Edwards is leaving. Lights go out. Retribution attacks. It's Slapjack and T-Bone. What was their name? T-Bar and Slapjack. Yeah. No, they weren't there though.
Yeah.
Lights go out. Eddie Edwards is attacked and knocked out. It's not Retribution, but it's maybe Eric Young.
Horrible. Retribution's so horrible.
Oh my God, Retribution is the worst thing in wrestling right now. And I like the members themselves. I just hate the idea.
Well, it's like they're trying to play on the fact that you're like, oh, don't forget that they're from NXT.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
It's
and then why did you make him go to Spirit Halloween like right before the broadcasting?
Yeah. So it's Dominik Dijakovic. It's
Mercedes Martinez,
Mia Yim. You know, 3 actual fan favorites that are now put into this role where their future doesn't look bright if they keep them in this thing. I hope that they just give up on Retribution and move on.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much Impact. Yep. If you guys like the people from Impact, don't forget to watch Warrior Wrestling on Saturday, where Madison Rayne will be facing off Kylie Rae.
Yep.
We'll have Brian Cage from AEW, but also was an Impact facing off against Alex Zane, Lance Archer and Rhino, Moose and Suicide. We have and we have the North.
Yeah, so the North will be there.
Yeah, and I want good things for her and Mercedes Martinez, but it's so hard for me to believe in this gimmick when she has such an amazing match against Rhea Ripley just like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, so it's a hard angle for me to swallow.
This could be the kiss of death if they don't get them out of there real quick.
Yeah, and I was talking with JR and them. It's like this is something that could follow them for the rest of their career. Just bad gimmick, you know, because sometimes gimmicks stick.
Yeah.
Man,
that's right. The faster they could just get over this thing and move on, the better for them. Because Mercedes Martinez was a badass in NXT, and now she's just angry because she didn't have a WWE contract, but she does have a WWE contract. Like, it makes no sense what they're doing with Retribution.
Yeah. I'm just a little confused about it, but just let them be organic. It felt so rushed that first segment, you know, like you were hiding them, but also was an unveiling, and then it was so rushed. You get like the Hurt Business coming out, and then it cuts a commercial, like as soon as everybody else gets in the ring. So it's like bigger than just the people we saw in Retribution. So it's like, what is it? The whole NXT roster?
Yeah, I don't know, but it feels like Retribution was an idea that they just rushed because of the protest.
Yeah.
Fox was like, nope, we don't want this on our channel, and now they're just going to use them to build the Hurt Business, which is kind of sad for the members of Retribution, because I'm pretty sure when they got the call like, hey, you're in Retribution, they were kind of like, damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it for this week. We will be back tomorrow for Dynamite.
Yeah, some AW Dynamite.
Yep. And man, I can't wait for Bound for Glory.
Yeah, I know. Me too. And then what we have this month, we have Clash of Champions. So we'll be
Clash of Champions. Our Pro Wrestling Crate unboxing will be going up possibly tomorrow or Thursday. We will be reviewing They Live, Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies, and Hell Comes to Frogtown. Or something like that.
Yeah, that one Piper movie, if you guys ever looked it up, it's super funny, the trailer, and we came across it by accident. I will give an hour of my life to that movie just so we can watch it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm hoping. They've had huge stars not survive bad gimmicks like EC3 before.
Yeah.
But all right, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the comments. We will see you guys tomorrow. That's it.
All right, guys, take it easy.